All right, good. Wait, do I have this? Okay, yeah. Good evening, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to the Sandwicher. Nice to have you here. Yes, yours truly here, reporting, here to serve you. And ready to preview what should be an amazing TwitchCon weekend. So, Mike VIRL, it's great to see you. Looking forward to meeting you tomorrow and catching up, my friend. It's so good to see you. I'm glad you made it. So we got one bean we've got one bean already to redeem. Let's go. Let's go. And there's actually a bean I have to redeem. There's a bean I gotta do for Carlo because I owed one for Carlo too. So when I see Carlo, that'll be in the mix too. So let's go do a bean for it. Hey, Gibson! Oh, there's another bean. Here you go. That's two. Okay, so let me, hello there, my friend. So good to see you. How's it been? Oh, Charlie, thank you for the starting lineup redeem. We'll get that going in, assuming my, oh, crap. Oh, man. Oh, my iPad is dead. I'm so sorry. I will have to, what can we do? Oh, hang on. Let's take care of that. I can do this with this. No. Sorry, I can do it. Yep. There. Simple. But once you get more people, yeah, I think so, and just as well because I gotta go back and charge my iPad at the moment. So give me just a second. I'll be right back. No BRB. Just gonna take a second. Croker, good to see you in as well. Welcome in. No. All right. Okay, so mods, can you remind me in a few minutes to do the starting lineup redeem? Because I feel like I'm gonna forget. If not, so I gotta do that for Charlie. Once we get some more folks in the chat. And Charlie Beats, what's going on? Great to see you too. Okay, so I think we're up to 2 beans so far. Croker, how have you been? I have not seen you in a minute. I hope you're doing all right. Doing all right. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Charlie. I'll gladly take your reminder too, Charlie the Goddess. Oh. Ring light almost fell over. Croker says doing great. Oh, I would love to hear that. I love that, Croker. That's awesome. So let's do 2 beans. We can do them without the dramatic music this time. So bean number 1 for Mike VIRL. Fuzz, what's going on? Well, Fuzz is coming too, so I'm gonna put another bean for Fuzz. What up, Fuzz? Fuzz Master Elite. Very excited to meet you at TwitchCon. So we have 3 beans. Okay. Davey, Fuzz. What's good? Welcome, friend. Can't wait to see how we do, and that's karaoke is gonna be a fun time. Good times. Oh, I'm causing you trauma via beans. Nice. That's well played, my friend. Okay, so we got 3 so far. For Mike V, Gibson, and Croker. Let me give a shout to Gibson Lens too. So nice to see you, Gibson. Okay, so now 3 beans. Okay, so here they are. Tonight we have pomegranate. Oh, me too. Oh my gosh, Fuzz, this is gonna be so fun. We're gonna record the party, everybody, and we'll stream it on Twitch. But we have some folks from our Sandwicher community, Sandwicher, Subtractor Cat, Jev, Clarepix communities, merging together and doing a karaoke party. It's gonna be really fun. So Oh, you're so welcome, Bert. How are you doing, by the way? How's it going? Looking forward to catching up with you again. So first bean, this is going to be pomegranate or rotten bandage, dirty bandage. Kroger says that does not look like a sandwich. Ugh. It's rotten bandage. That was not good. I can't even visualize what happened if... Oh. It does not taste like a sandwich either. That's exactly true. It's a very good point. Oh, that round bandage is rough. Okay. We'll break that up with this one. This one is either going to be Stinky Socks Tutti Frutti. I've gotten slowly tired of this one too lately. I'm kind of over this flavor, but we'll try it. Oh God, not again. I better make this a short stream. If this goes like 5 hours, man, I am cooked. I'm gonna be going through several jars of these beans. Charlie, this is all the right beans. Exactly. Well done, chat. Kudos to you. But how's it going, Charlie? It's good to see you too. Both Charlies. Charlie Square is back, which I am very thrilled about. You know, if we can get one more Charlie, we'll have a Charlie cubed, and that makes me happy. But anyway, one more to go. Pomegranate or bandage. What will it be? Wait. No. Wait. No, I don't know. I don't know. No. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm struggling with this one. I don't know. I'm stuck. I have absolutely no clue. It might be good. Just pretend it's good. How do you not know? I've been desensitized by all the beans. I'm gonna pretend it's good. Haha, I win. I don't actually know. We'll count it as a good bean. Very good. But yes, good to see you all here tonight. So, yeah, Charlie's just rigged. I'm here for it. I love it. So yeah, I mean, Croker says, after bandages, I don't know how you taste anything else. You know, tonight, I think that's gonna ring true. It's so strong. It's hard to imagine tasting anything else right now. So there's definitely something to that. Definitely. It is something else, folks. Whew. But yeah, things are good. Things are going all right. Hopefully the music's not too loud. So yeah, just really quickly, I just want to mention, like, I had a good time last night. I was out with 3 really talented people, like Auburn Music, Hannah Rebecca Music, and Tyler Alexis were all. They invited me to join them at the Star Wars bar, which is something we've been talking about for a few weeks, and it was a good time. It was nice to just catch it up with some good friends, and we had many cool drinks were had and lots of tacos. Like it was good stuff. That Star Wars bar, highly recommended. It's called the Scum and Villainy Cantina. Just a fantastic spot. If you really, the more nerdy you are, the better it is for you. I'm telling you, it's a great spot. Fuzz says I saw the Insta pictures. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, those Insta pictures were fun, and you know, yeah, thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed those. Yeah, it was really cool. It was a really cool spot, and enough so that I am very seriously pondering a future sandwicher meetup there, and I'm thinking we might even do it the week after TwitchCon. So stay tuned on that too. So, Charlie says I need to know when the Charlie Cube thing is going to happen. But it'll take a third Charlie. So whenever that happens, that's when it will happen. a heck of a question, though. I don't know. I don't recall, at least not off the top of my head, I don't know of any Charlies that we could invite to the chat, but there are many, many Charlies out there. Actually, if +6 production were to come into the chat, that would qualify because his name is Charlie. So if you see +6 in the chat, that's Charlie squared, right? That's Charlie cubed right there and then. So, now if you're wondering who +6 is, +6 is an amazing producer. Charlie's Beats might know of him. I'm not sure, but I will shout out Charlie. I'm meaning +6. Is it +6? You got that right? I think it's it. Yeah, that's it. Croker says, I know of one right away, but he lives in England. Oh, in England. England Croker. Wow, that's pretty cool. Charlie says, so I can't predict the future. I can't predict the future, and it will depend on, I think it will depend on, like, a lot of variables, too, so sometimes the future can be altered, depending on what we do. Can I give you an estimate? I'm going to say it's going to happen in November 21st at like 8:12 p.m. Pacific time. There you go. That's when I predict it will happen. I don't know PST. Well, wherever you are, just add or subtract hours based on PST. So if you're in the Eastern time zone, that's three hours ahead of PST. You're in EST? Okay. So that's 3 hour difference. So if it's 8:44 for you, it's 5:44 for me. So just add 3. And so if it's 8:12, that's 11:12 Eastern. The time in England, where Croker's friend is at the moment, would be, as far as I know, I think it would be, let's see, yeah, it would be 1 a.m. If I have that, if I have my math correct, I think it's going to be 1 a.m. over there. Yeah. Fuzz says, I'm in PST, nice. Absolutely. And you know, it's possible that you've been, I know that some of you going to TwitchCon have been in California early, so you can check out some sites before the actual event, and that's a really cool call. And it's great, and when you have time to do that, it's a great idea. So if you've been here for the last few days, even in LA or other parts of California, I salute you. That's great, and I hope you've had a great time exploring my homeland. Yeah, Croker's is sleepy time over there. Yeah, absolutely. Fuzz says, I'll be there tomorrow, 4 p.m.ish. Let's go. Yes. Very nice. Okay. So safe travels, however you get there, Fuzz. Like, I hope that your trip goes great. I know a lot of our friends are en route as well. We've seen some updates from cool people like our friends Aaron and Scania and, you know, and also, who was it? Oh, Dara Hayden. Dara's actually around here. He's actually, I believe Dara's like in the LA area as we speak. I'm not exactly sure, but needless to say, he is he's in the States, and will most certainly be around in the day or so. So oh nice, you're flying. Nice. Safe flight, my friend. The only thing the one thing we always wish for on flights, we wish for no crying babies or arguments, because that can be rough. We've all been there. Not fun. Barring that, I do think things will go well. I do hope things will go well. Fuzz says, which day is the karaoke? Friday. Friday's the day. Friday night. I'll give you the specifics on Discord, but Friday night, yeah. And as we've been talking about, it's physically really close to where the open mic is that Sashi Boom is hosting, so those things are gonna wind up happening concurrently, but not too much. So if you did want to pop into the open mic for about an hour or two, you actually could do that. Be fine. But I don't think I could, because I have to set up all the stuff, all the gear, things like that. Sort out logistics, figure out the lineup, you know, figure out the order of what we'll all be singing, when we'll all be singing. But I'm extremely excited. Like, the people we're gonna have here is pretty great. I'm thrilled. Like, it's such a good group. Like, we did the call out over on Discord, and we've had a lot of people reach out, and it's cool. We got a good group. TwitchCon itself. So what kind of events are we going to be looking forward to? We have a lot. So we mentioned 2 of them, although one of them is kind of not exactly a public event, but the other one is. The open mic is at Burgers, Bait, and Beer, and it is going to be very, very close to the TwitchCon Convention Center in San Diego. Really close, like around the corner from the building, really. It's that close. You just head your way towards the docks and the water, and that's where Burgers, Baits, and Beer is. And so that'll be happening from like 6 o'clock to roughly 11 on Friday. So yeah, I guess I said that's concurrent with our karaoke thing, but I felt like that was unavoidable because, like, whenever you plan something, there'll be something else planned alongside with it. So it's all good. I mean, it's kind of interesting that there is like a little bit of a gap there that one could go and check in and pop in if you wanted to. So just know that, like, you know, that's for us. Like, our karaoke thing's gonna go all night. Like, there's definitely no pressure. And if you come in a little later, if you come in a little earlier, it should be solid. Fuzz says, yes, I got to figure out my own itinerary today, tomorrow. Bunch of people at work want me to go to the zoo. I have requests for panda pictures, red pandas, snow leopards, and bats. Oh, Fuzz, a good question for you. What day are you flying back? Like, what day are you coming back? Because if you happen to have Monday available, that's a really, really good day to go. That's a really, really good day to go. If you happen to have the luxury of that Monday. But without that, I think you're probably looking at a couple of good days to do this. I think Saturday might be a pretty solid day. Let's see. I go, but as I said, I have studies. Right on, yep. Head home 22nd. Okay, so that is Sunday. I feel like you can make it work. Yeah, I think you can make it work. Yeah. But yeah. Oh, okay. Well, feel better, Charlie. And thank you for stopping by for a little bit. It's nice to see you again. And rest well. Hopefully the rest will be good for you. So thank you again. And have a good rest of your evening, Charlie. I hope your studies go well, too. I can see you're very close to finishing your final year until college. So that's pretty cool. So cheers, Charlie. Fuss this, so maybe on Saturday. I think you got a good plan there. Yeah, Saturday's a pretty good day. Even if you just go for like an hour or two, like it'll be a really fun time. It is a really great experience. The San Diego Zoo is lovely. It's got so much to see. So many incredible animals from all over the world are represented there. I've been there many a time. It's a wonderful spot, so I think you'll enjoy it too. I also have a new show to announce, a new Q&A announcement. And I was wondering if I was going to forget about this, and I did. but we have our pals, the Verdane and friends, joining us, who are Verdane and Taylor Two Kitties. They're both going to be on the show on October 1st. So I will update that command in a minute. But hey, Crickster, what's up? How's it going? How you be? But we're gonna have our interview, we're gonna have our sandwiches, and we're gonna have trivia on that particular show. And before that, a week earlier, we're gonna catch up with October Ember Music, who are an amazing duo, a couple who do amazing, eclectic, laid back, just amazing, really lush like music. It's incredible stuff. So I am really looking forward to chatting with them too. Crickster says, chill day off, ate tacos and did laundry. That's living your best life, Crickster. Phenomenal. I love this. I mean, I'm just gonna ask this basic question. Like, oh my god, look at this raid we just got! Holy cow! What in the world? We're out here having a chill stream, and it's like, oh, we just got a giant Carmella crew raid. What's going on, everybody? I predict a riot. Oh yeah, I do. I predict a riot. Oh my goodness. Thanks for the raid, everyone. Y'all, it's so great to see you again. Carmella, thank you so much for the raid. Carmella streamed today, by the way, with our mutual friends Auburn and Hannah, was fantastic. Y'all, if you missed it, hopefully there's a VOD out at some point soon. But thank you for, I hope the rest of your stream was great. My favorite thing about that stream, by the way, is that you fulfilled the wish to do Alone by Heart. That was cool. And then you're all rotating with like your originals, like just amazing stuff. Like just a big time shout to our friend Carmella. Y'all give our friends a follow. So Carmella is amazing. And I will mention that Carmella's got some really cool shows coming up. Like we've got the open mic at Sashi's event on Friday. We've got that Carmella has an awesome boba meetup on Saturday, and then Sunday night, late night buzz at the Music Box. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I was trying to figure what the heck the command was, but I'm pumped too. Amazing stuff. So y'all, there's the link. Go follow our good friend Carmella. Amazing times. But good night, Master. Well, Crickster, it's good to see you. Fuzz is singing good night. I'm gonna head back to work, Davey. See you, Twitch. Fuzz, absolutely. Have a good rest of your night. Let me say hello to all the people here from the crew. Huge and Teagues, Westsider. Holy cow, Fidgety's here. I love it. Diet Tom's attack. Trevor's here in the chat too. Jay Waller in the chat. Nikki's in the chat. What up, friends? But yeah, like, I guess my question is, how was the rest of the stream? Like, what, any other shenanigans or other great songs of note? Oh, yeah, Fuzz is asleep. Right on, right. Well, glad to have you still here, Crickster. And friends, if you would like to, thank you for the follow. Okay, now, let me see. We have a lot of computing to do because we're doing these Bean Boozled beans for everybody going to TwitchCon. So, I know I have at least 3 more because that's... Carmella and Auburn and Hannah are all going, so that's 3 more. So that's amazing stuff. But let's go put that in. So and if you would like to request a song, by the way, or if you want to request, I think I have an idea. We'll do the troll wheel for the raid. So if anybody from the crew want to jump in, I will show you what that's about in a second. But first, there goes your dinner space in the belly. Oh yeah, I know. It's gonna be a lot of beans tonight, folks. Amazing stuff. So, 3 beans for the 3 awesome people who are on stream tonight. And I think they're gonna be even more. So those of you from the raid, if you're going to TwitchCon, let me know. I don't know if Trevor's going. Oh, Don's here too. What's up, Don? Great to see you, Don. How's it going? The legend that is Don B here. It's nice to see you. But yeah, like, oh, there, I see the badge. Okay, so Trevor's part of this too. Okay, so I got 4. So that's at least 4. Oh, good times. Okay, so let's throw these together. Damn, I dropped the bean. Let me get another one. All right, replacement bean underway. There we go. Okay. 4 beans. Here we go. First one, Stinky Socks Tutti Frutti. Oh, this is good. This is Tutti Frutti. Great. 1 for 1. But those of you from the raid, what are you most looking forward to in TwitchCon? What are you most excited about? What kinds of things are you looking for? Who are you looking forward to meeting? Like, if there's anyone that you've not met yet at TwitchCon for the first time, let us know. I'd love to discuss all these things with you as we continue to preview. It should be a kick-ass weekend. I should mention, too, Auburn's got a house concert in El Cajon coming up on Saturday. So if you happen to have the means to get out to El Cajon, it's not too far away. It's like another like 10 to 12 miles. Crickster says, do not choke on the bean. I'm not close enough to save your life. Thank you for that, Crickster. I think I'll be all right. Next one's either going to be, this is dead fish, strawberry banana smoothie. It's another good one. Let's go. Oh, I'm pumped. I love it. Okay. The next bean is another Stinky Socks or Tutti Frutti. Oh, stocks. No, it's okay. 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Hey, DJ, what's going on? Can we give a shout to DJ? Of course we can. What's going on, DJ? Welcome in. DJ, I don't know if you're going to TwitchCon. If you are, let us know. But it's so good to see you. I hope you're well. DJ's a really fun DJ, by the way. Like, if you've done, like, DJ streamer. I've seen our friend DJ on the weekends a lot. So, definitely a good time to catch our friend. Last bean for now is going to be cappuccino or liver and onions. Let's go see. Okay. Liver and onions, I don't care. It's good. It's fine. You can manage it. But yeah, and of course, as it goes without saying, to our friends who were just streaming, if you're out to get food, if you got a raid and run, we are cool with it. We'll take it from here. Enjoy the rest of your evening, pals. It's real nice to see you all here again, and I'll see you all again in a few days. Again, like probably as soon as tomorrow, even. Like we may run into each other tomorrow over in San Diego. I'm heading there in the morning. I'm gonna take the Amtrak for the first time to San Diego. I'm very excited about that. That's a win. Not having to drive through San Diego traffic is a win. That's a big win. But let me go catch up on... I do want to thank like a whole lot of people for following right now. So, in the Midnight Train, I love your name. Thank you for the follow. JW Galler, thank you for your 100 bits as well. White Walkman, thank you for your follow as well. And Psychotic Syrup, I've seen you around. Thank you for the follow. It's nice to have you here and joining our Sandwicher Faithful. Oh, nice. Thank you for the wave too. But yeah, but we're really pumped. We're just, and this is pretty much the stream. Like we're not really planning a whole lot else. So we'd love to chat with you about, you know, things that you're looking forward to on TwitchCon. What else are we, you know, what else are you excited about? Are there any exhibits you want to check out? Are there any, is there anything you want to try? Because you have a lot of cool sponsor exhibits at TwitchCon too. Like there are also like demonstrations of gear. And if you are part of the music scene, then you know that, oh my gosh, C-Dub, what is up? C-Dub, it's coming in hot with a 36-month resub. How's it going, C-Dub? C-Dub, we were just talking about the open mic on Friday, and I understand you're going to be part of it, so I'm wishing you a great set, C-Dub. So nice to see you, my friend. Go follow our friend C-Dub Guitar. Good people. Good pals. Also happens to be a fan of the team that just won the Central Division in the National League. Congratulations to your boys. Oh, you're on the wait list. Okay, right on, man. Yeah. Well, that's, you know, never say never, right? Like, never say never. The turnout is amazing already. Like, I've already heard the word from, like, the Fever to tell people, like, it's pretty amazing stuff. Like, it's unbelievable, like, how many people have registered for this event. And yeah, I mean, being on the wait list is cool. Like, it's, even if you're just there to vibe, like to hang out and see everybody else perform, it should be really fun. But I do hope you get a spot, because we love what you do musically. And C-Dub says, and aren't you supposed to have a bean because of it? Yeah, I am. And here it is. I sure am, my friend. Oh, gosh. I think I might have to crack the seal on my next container. Okay, got it. Okay, for C-Dub Guitar, this one's either going to be rotten egg or buttered popcorn. Let's see which one it is. Buttered popcorn. Wow, what a run I'm on. Mostly good beans tonight. I'm actually surprised. C-Dub says, yeah, I'll definitely get in for Carrick with David. Let's go. Let's go. Boo! Boo! Ha ha ha! Ha ha! I win! Kinks is rigged. Everything is rigged. Oh, I love it a lot. It's so nice to see you all here tonight, by the way. Like, chill streams, chill vibes tonight. It's nice to have you here. Like, it's super cool. What a huge honor to have you all here tonight. But I was just saying, like, this stream can't be too long because I still need to pack. I mean, I've mostly packed, but I gotta put it in the bag, and then I've got to sort out all the karaoke gear. There's a lot going on there, so we'll see. Crix just says, before the Bibble raid, you were about to ask a basic question. Yeah, that Camarilla coup blew that up out of the water, didn't it? I think I asked it though. I think the basic question was, what are you looking most forward to? Who are you most looking forward to meeting at TwitchCon if you're going? I think that's what I was coming up with. Big LOL, not bib. It can be both. It's all good. It's all good. Incidentally, Crixter, have you been able to go to the place? Yeah, the place, the old piano. Like, have you? It's such a fun place too. I just wish it was closer. Like, I feel like a lot of people would go there more, but that's kind of good too. Like, it's kind of cool that that part of California has such an awesome place for late night entertainment. Like, it's a cool spot. C-Dub says, I'm looking forward to meeting Mandy IRL. Oh, yes, yeah. And Mandy, I understand, will be part of that open mic, too. So it's a pretty serious get. Oh, you went 2 Fridays ago. Nice. Cool. How'd it go? Any highlights? How much was that red button push on 2 Fridays ago? Oh, thanks for the shout. King, I appreciate you. Let me give a shout to King, too, of course. Because King is organizing a raid train as well in about a month or so. Or maybe 2 months or so, I'm not sure. But, Gibson says, new people to meet. Bert the Wayfarer, right? Yeah, I want to meet him too. Bert the Wayfarer is cool. Like, I've seen Bert streaming recently. And, yeah, seems like a fun fellow. I would love to meet Bert as well. Pasagalia. Oh, Gibson, little inside information. If you happen to have time to make it to the karaoke thing, you might be in luck in one of those areas, without giving it. But I'm sure we're all gonna meet, at TwitchCon too. So just saying. But yeah, Bert the Wayfarer is cool. And I'm looking forward to meeting Pasagalia too. Pasagalia is so talented, amazing stuff. King, would you be good to shout out? Should we shout them all out? Yeah, shout them all out. Bert the Wayfarer, Pasagalia. I am not familiar with Wicked Violin, but we have such a great violin community on Twitch. I'm always glad to add one more. So one more reason. In fact, I should probably follow that channel as well. This is just all the same. So, King says, wear a helmet. Wear a helmet? Oh, okay. About Manny. Okay. King says, Wicked Violin is part of Elf and Daniel Wayne's communities. Oh, okay. So Wicked Violin's a community member? I have seen this name in chat. You're right. Right on. I'm looking forward to making Wicked Violin too. Now, is Dan coming to TwitchCon or I didn't quite... No, I don't think so, but if he was, that would be kind of amazing because like Dan is really fun. Like, Wicked Violin is in LA. Oh, really? That's really interesting. So Wicked Violin is not far from me. Interesting. Crickster says, I'm looking forward to TwitchCon things. I'm looking forward to the call that my brand new car has arrived. Until then, I'm stuck in the area. Okay. New car hype for sure, Crickster. That sounds fantastic. And because you're buying the brand that you are buying, your car should be serving you for many years to come. So I'm very excited for you. Oh, Dan is going to TwitchCon. Are you serious? That's great. No, that does not mean I get another bean because he's not here. But if he was, I would absolutely do it for him. But that's fantastic. I can't wait to catch up. I can't wait to meet Dan. Like, Dan's wicked good. That's great. Good news. Yeah, he's doing a collab with Mandy. Is that going to happen in San Diego? Or is that going to happen like somewhere else? Interesting. Because they're not from San Diego. So I'm assuming it's somewhere in between. I'm not sure, but... So Dan is going to be... So I'm assuming Dan has to be streaming from there because Dan's streak of like 9 years of streaming consecutive days is going to be on the line as our friend Daniel Wayne makes the trip. So I assume there will be a stream or two during the convention, as one would do at a convention. So I look forward to seeing how that goes. Location I do not know, but it's happening Tuesday after TC. Gotcha. And yeah, I think even a quick just chatting stream from Daniel Wayne would probably be pretty solid. He'll find a way. Danza has been very, very creative and inventive in keeping that extremely impressive streak of streaming once every day for years and years alive. Okay. Cool, King. Dig it. Dan might stream from the hotel room. Hotel streaming is a real challenge, of course. The wireless is not always going to cooperate in that spot, but exciting stuff nonetheless, and I do hope it works out for him. Yeah. Gibson, I apologize that we don't have a conference room stream this year. I didn't really think about stuff like that until late in the game, and like, oh, I guess we could have done it. But then I'm like, yeah. That's okay. Maybe next time. I was thinking it was really fun to do that with Joy and Kashmir last year. Yeah, Gibson says no worries. Right on. I really am looking forward to seeing you again. By the way, what time are you heading to town? By the way, are you coming in tomorrow as well? T-Dub says, yeah, I'm not really gauging. Maybe fill us in on the helmet situation. I don't remember the helmet being a thing with Mandy. maybe I'm a little behind on Mandy Prater lore. Oh, tomorrow afternoon. Super cool. Yeah, me too. So, okay. Well, hopefully we'll run into each other at some point. We often do. C-Dub and I saw that 2 years ago. Like, we were just not even trying, and we ended up running into so many people that night. But I remember C-Dub, we organized our meetup, our BorkCon meetup, which is just, that was just one of the biggest triumphs of my career. It was, and our, just say, not even my career, our career, because we did this together. Like, we put that together, we found a spot, we got the word out, and so many people showed up. I was so happy. Like, it was amazing. See, that was pretty awesome for sure. By the way, when are you flying out tomorrow or even tonight, C-Dub? C-Dub says, what are we doing tomorrow night? Well, C-Dub, happy to report there is a tentative plan for dinner, and there's gonna be an escape room. We're planning to do, like, Rahomo and Green Guy and I want to do an escape room. We're gonna reach out to everybody else and say, y'all want to come to the escape room with us tomorrow night? So that's what we're hoping to do. Hopefully everything lines up ticket-wise, admission-wise, so there's that. And I guess at that point we'll wing it, right? After that. So we get around noon. Oh, nice. Okay, super cool. And then at some point I have to pick up the badge. Are you locking Rahomo in a room and then going to get dinner? That is baller. No. Gang, don't misunderstand me. I'm saying we are going to do an escape room tomorrow. They've promised us, they've assured us we will be allowed to leave after the escape room activity. As to whether that's accurate or not, we will not know until tomorrow night. So we may have to call everything else off. Rahomo will not escape the C-Dub. And King says, watch Rahomo escape. Am I caught up on beans? I'm gonna do one more just in case. So let's go back to this one. This is either gonna be egg or popcorn. Ugh. This was a choice. This was a choice. Look, I know what I did. E-Flat says, wait, who's gonna be locked in a room with Romo? E-Flat, so great to see you. Can we give a shout out to our friend, that E-Flat guy? Oh my gosh. Our friend E-Flat is gonna have an amazing stream in 3 days where we celebrate all together now. Badia! The 21st of September. So, follow that E-Flat guy, because that's coming your way. Midday Saturday. Don't miss. In fact, I think Eddie Brown is going to be part of that. So, Ryan's uncle, Eddie Brown Music, will be part of the stream, I understand. So, Trickster says, I volunteer tribute. Nice! Let's go. E-Flat says, I won't be at TwitchCon. Aww. I'm sorry, Ryan. But, I'll tell you what. Because you're our good friend, I am going to do a bean anyway for you. Okay. So bonus bean for our good friend, that E-Flat guy. We'll miss you, my friend, but hope we are hoping you have an amazing stream on a Saturday. And I'm really hoping and figure out a way to pop in for some of that, because it just looks like so much fun. Okay, so we're gonna give you tonight, Ryan. Trickster says, is it me or did that last container have a lot of Tutti Frutti or socks? It really did. Like, I feel like we had, it's like an epic, like every other bean was like stinky socks or Tutti Frutti, Trickster. I feel the same. It was unusual how much frequency we had at that bean. This bean here will be for Ryan. This is going to be vomit or peach. Oh, golly! I mean, so many good vibes tonight, and then this bean comes into my life. Like, what are we doing? Ugh. Oh my goodness. DJ says, I'll be at TwitchCon in spirit, but J-Man Tour coming soon. J-Man Tour? Oh my, where do I get tickets for J-Man Tour, GJ? I want J-Man Tour. That sounds great. E-Flat says, but yeah, I had to change my stream schedule because I got a Saturday gig too, so I'll be streaming 2 streams at the September dance party. One at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and the other at 7 p.m. Eastern. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. And then, so the plan is around 2.5 to 3 hours for either. Let the record show that I didn't ask for that beat. Duly noted. Noted, my friend. I like it. But E-Flat says, so yeah, I had to change my stream schedule Saturday too. Streaming 2 streams. So 2 for the price of 1. That's actually pretty good. I think I think I can make at least one of those. That just sounds really awesome. Like the one in fact, the one starting around 10 a.m. Eastern. That would like be a really good stream to put on like while I'm like getting ready, like brushing my teeth and everything else like that. Ryan, that's very, very cool. I do hope that everything goes great on Saturday. Your IRL gig plus the 2 streams. Because we have to commemorate this date every year. Badia. E-Flash was going to do 1 mega stream. You could wake up to September. I could wake up to September! Badia in the morning. It's going to be amazing. I'm very excited about this. Thanks for the quote, King. That's actually a pretty good quote. Preview flavor for after 100 beans for tonight. Oh my god, if we get to that point, I mean... Oh my goodness. I am thinking of a really cool spot to raid. By the way, these follows we just got right now have us 10 follows away from 2,000. Holy shit. Like, that is fantastic. Thank you. And we're almost there. And when we get to 2,000 followers, do I have my follower? I don't know if I have it here. I might, but I have it here. Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate. Is that accurate? It's close. Not really. But let the record show that when we get to 2,000 followers, I have a special massive 2,000 stream, and we're gonna be doing like movies of the 2000s. We're gonna rank music of the 2000s. We're gonna be doing in the year 2000 segments, like if you remember that bit from Conan. It's gonna be the most epic 2000 stream ever, and it is to thank you all for 2,000 followers on this here Sandwich Show channel. I thank you so much for that. I just never would have even imagined being anywhere near this number. But for the journey, it's been great. And we're 10 follows away. I'm so excited about that. Like it's fantastic. Let me go back to Crickster's question. Random question. Have you tried the new Oreo Coke or Coke Oreos? I don't know if I would do Oreo Coke. That doesn't sound good. But I think I would do the Coke Oreos. It might be worth a shot. Yeah. Crickster says, I am currently drinking the Coke. It is interesting. That's the perfect word. That's the perfect word. That is a lot of sandwiches. It sure is. 2,000 sandwiches. A lot of sandwiches. I'm thrilled. Like it's amazing. Like it just warms my heart. Like I mean, yeah, thanks. Like I've never really, just going back to when I was doing sports stuff on YouTube when I was getting my 1 or 2 people a night. Like we've come a long way, and it's nice to have you all here. I'd like to get to know you all too. So Crickster says, it tastes like sugar-free vanilla Coke that humped an Oreo on a drunken Friday. Ryan's comment response is perfect. Oh my, that certainly is. Interesting. The execution of that comment is fantastic, E-Flat. Like that's really good. That's really good. That's really, really good. E-Flat wins. E-Flat definitely wins. I'll drink to that. I go. We do not know what, but E-Flat wins. Great stuff. E-Flat says, I love a good callback. I also prefer Pepsi. Coke make my teeth feel fuzzy. Oh, really? I think I've seen people on both sides of that, though. I prefer Coke. I really prefer Mexican Coke. It's the best. But I think I've had Mexican Pepsi, too, and I really like it. I think it's good, too. Mexican anything is good because they use real sugar. It's so good. Mexican Sprite, great. Mexican 7-Up, great. Mexican Squirt, great. Mexican Fanta, amazing. Like, in fact, they started there. Like, Fanta started in Mexico before it came here. So, King says, I am pretty sure that in some small countries, the word E-flat means savage. Wow. Oh, you mean the word? Yeah. That word. E-flat's a good, let me tell you, I gotta give E-flat a lot of credit. Big time props to you, Ryan. You control the best of us. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I've seen it time and time again. It's cool. E-Flat says, speaking of new things, have you heard about the new game released this month that is inspired by The Office but not officially associated? I've not, but I'm all ears. I'd love to hear more. Seems like a good time to do it. I think we got some nostalgia for the old show, and to quote Sister Act, E-Flat is a righteous dude. Yep. Okay. Just refreshing everything. The following tab is wild right now. I'm just gonna say. I mean, I don't think it's in. I don't think it's in my best interest to comment in specifics. It's just. Okay. Option number 2 for our raid target is not up yet, or I think they already raided out. So I think we'll pivot to something else. I think. But I actually have some more ideas though. I think actually some pretty good ones. Yes, I do. I think there's some pretty good spots, but that's not gonna happen for a while. So like, not even just thinking ahead. Yeah, pivot. Yep, you got it. You got it, Quickster. But yeah, yeah. Is there? When would that game come out? Is it gonna be like a phone game? EFOT? King says pivot or plot twist. I don't know about plot twist yet, because it depends on if option 1 pops up later. We won't know for 2 hours though, so we'll have to wait on that. So, it appears to be a good time to continue chatting. So, thank you again. E-Flat says, it looks super funny. It's called Dale and Dawson. The gameplay is like Among Us or Mafia, but in this case you are a specialist, slacker, or the manager in an office. But are you an assistant to the manager? Or assistant to the regional manager? Interesting question. Oh, excuse me. Specialists try to do their job, slackers try to sabotage the work, and manager has to find the slackers and fire them before the time runs out. Oh, it's already out on Steam. Nice. Sounds like a future game idea, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it does. I think it does. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Henderson told us that over on Discord that the Yamaha booth that they had last year at TwitchCon Las Vegas will be back this year at TwitchCon San Diego. I'm very excited about that because it means that people can pop in and play piano and do sets, and people can sing along to them, and so you can basically put on a show impromptu if you want to, like do a jam session. That's pretty exciting. If it's free, I'll give it a shot. It'd be fun to play. So we'll see how it goes. We had some really cool collabs at the Yamaha booth last year. E-Flat says, yeah, I was actually inspired to download it. Super cool, yeah. It's definitely worth trying, right? Like, that seems like a really fun idea. That's pretty solid, yeah. Yeah, just for those of you joining in late. Oh, but not free. Not free. No, it's okay. I didn't expect it to be free. That's too high concept to be a free game, so... I mean, I'm good with that. Yeah. As long as it's not Elden Ring expensive, I think it'll be fine. Like, anything under that, I think it's very manageable. Ravgar Aurora! Welcome in. Thank you for your 18th month resub. Great to see. Oh, shoot. You know what else? I said that subs also would get you a bean, so that means more beans. That is correct. I'm true to my word. So, what in the heck is this one? Oh, I've never seen this before. Oh no! I didn't even realize this. We have a new edition. They have a new... This is a new edition. A 7th edition of Bean Boozled. Brand new. Never been released before. E-Flat says, I think it was $8, less than 10. Rothgar says, are you all packed for the con? Almost. I'm very close. I just need to, like... I put the clothes together, but I need to put them into a bag. And then I have to figure out where... If I'm going to pack the clothes in my normal suitcase or my backpack. Because... This whole thing here, this is this is among all the wires and like adapters and things for the that's okay. That's okay. I'm not doxing anything by just revealing that. It's just my workplace. No big deal. Like, you're not doxing anything by revealing UCLA, because like UCLA is a huge campus. So, but at any rate, am I putting that in the soup? Am I putting that in the briefcase, or am I putting that in the suitcase, or am I putting that in my backpack? Will it fit in the backpack? If it fits in the backpack, we're good. But honestly, you could go either way on that, so I haven't really decided yet. Because the clothes probably would fit in the backpack too, so I'm like, maybe I should just do that and then call it a night. But yeah, Rothgar, great to see you. How's it going? I'm very excited though. I'm taking the train tomorrow. I'm not gonna take the car to San Diego. I'm gonna take the car to the train station, but after that, I'm gonna just take an Amtrak down to San Diego, which is gonna be really nice. Like, I'm just gonna sit in my car, have some coffee, and watch some Twitch while I head down the railroad tracks. Like, that just sounds sublime. You get to soak in some ocean views. Like, it's gonna be super cool. Hey, Steggy, how's it going? Welcome in. Great to see you. Can you get a shout to Steggy Music? It's nice to see you, my friend. Rothgar says, speaking of bags, it is important to remember that if you ever feel like you're missing something obvious, humanity landed on the moon before we figured out putting wheels on suitcases would be a good idea. Man, we humans do that though, you know? It's just like, it seems so obvious. What took them so long? Really? Seriously? Like, for real? Like, what happened there? Like, yeah. Trickster says the heavy stuff should go in whatever has wheels. Yeah, see, that's a solid call. So that would make the decision pretty easy then. That means the clothes then go in the backpack. Yeah, and I think you're right. I think it's a good idea. Rothgar asks, are you going to bring hype on the train with you? And Ethot says, that's an excellent question. Yeah, it is an excellent... I think we gotta bring that. I mean, if I'm gonna be on a train, I hear the train a coming. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. It's a fantastic idea. King is wishing Rothgar a happy birthday? I might be missing some more lore here. Yeah, this is news to me. News to me too. Wait. I mean, I know it's Teeny Hills' birthday, but you know, I didn't know about Rothgar. That's fascinating. Okay, so I spent like a solid 10 minutes trying to get out of this bean. I cannot. So this flavor tonight is either going to be... Oh my gosh, thank you for the 9-month sub with Prime. Resub with Prime, Crickster. Thank you so much. Of course, that also means another bean. Oh, y'all are legends. Y'all are legends. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, so then we're going to have 2 licorice or burnt rubber beans. Let us see which one this is. Crickster says, oops, I slipped. You're good. Congrats on the Twitch, baby, Crickster. Phenomenal. Thank you so much for your resub. Efot says, well, then a very merry unbirthday to you. And cheers to you as well. Cheers to you too, my friend. Okay. So, Rothgar, actually, one thing about this weekend that I'm extremely excited about. I'm going to get to do something that I've never done before, but you have done. Can you guess what it is? So something you have done before, but I have not. But I bet you wouldn't take much guessing. Anyway, let's see about the first of these licorice beans. Oh, God! I'm not about the new flavors! I don't want to eat tire! No! Goodyear is for fucking tires. It's not for beans. Ugh. The licorice is not a good flavor either. What the hell? Like, this is like the opposite of the toothpaste bean. It's like, they both suck. Ugh. Oh. I like black licorice. Trickster, I appreciate you. All right, number 2. It's like a rubber tire. It is like a rubber tire. It is a genuine. You can tell too. It's like it's all there. All the nuances of like screeched tires. It's not even like a regular tire. It's a burnt tire. It's a tire that went on some donuts. Like it is brutal. Oh dear, there's a wet dog flavor. Oh my god. You know, it's funny, like, I was so gung-ho about bringing this to TwitchCon. Like, I'm gonna bring this to TwitchCon. We're gonna have fun with this at karaoke. Now I realize, like, these are all new flavors. Like, damn it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, but I'm just like, damn. Oh, God. No. Why? What? Okay. Let's put up a new poll. King, would you be good to start a poll for me? It's an LA intersection tire. It's a 405 tire. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Crickster says, oh no, darn, damn it, I forgot the beans. Yeah, I will conveniently forget the beans tomorrow. You know, I had it all my plans to bring these beans, and then, you know, I just forgot. All right, number 2, same flavors. It doesn't get better. This flavor could also be called burnt steak. And that's not good either, man. It's like none of these are good choices. Like they're all terrible. Oh my god. E-Flash says you have the karaoke song request redeem unlocked, by the way. Not sure if that was intentional. It is absolutely. We would love to take a request from you, my friend. King says burnt at the steak. Okay, Salem. No, I mean, well, like the meat steak, but right. But that's funny. Crix just says I would rather eat a burnt tire than a burnt steak. Really? That's interesting. Well, I mean, happy Sunday to Javar. How's it going? How you been, Javar? Welcome in. Let me see. Do I have a Javar command? Let me go see. Let me try this. King, I'm gonna try this. We're gonna see what this looks like. Oh no. Okay, I'll fix that. But good to see you, Javar. Shout out to your Twitch channel. Javar's also on YouTube. Been trying out a new game, which is kind of cool. It's kind of actually, you know, it's a little bit like Minecraft in a way. It's like you're building things. Actually, really cool. So check out our friend Javar's channel. Crix just says it is a sin to overcook a steak. I completely agree. Could not agree more, Crickster. It's the worst. It's the worst. A crime against humanity to overcook a good steak. Yeah, 100%. Maker Plays, what's going on, Mark? It's so nice to see you. Welcome in. Shout out to our friend Maker Plays as well. Thank you for joining us. Now, you know, I know you had the privilege of getting to TwitchCon in Rotterdam, or it may have been Amsterdam the year before, but either way, I'm soon about to do the same thing, but in San Diego, so I'm looking forward to the good times. I should mention that I am going to be part of Maker Plays' raid train on Friday the 26th, which would be the Saturday morning the 27th over in Europe, but it is going to be really cool. I'm really glad to support. He's going to hold an IRL streamer showcase in October, I believe, and this raid train will help raise funds to support that IRL showcase. So please join me for many shenanigans in store for sure. Friday the 26th. It is on the schedule, so you can use the exclamation point upcoming to see that date and the other dates of everything coming up in the near future here on the Sandwich Show, which includes a new collab. We just announced it earlier in the program. We are going to have for Dane and Friends and Talo 2 Kitties on the program on October 1st. And with that comes a trivia challenge. We're going to have a trivia night on top of it. So it's going to be a really, really good show. and I recommend checking it out. So October Ember, the raid train for Macroplays is raid. I mean, the show for Macroplays is raid train, and then the Q&A with Fredane and friends. And Tale of Two Kitties. Really, really cool. I'm very excited about it. So confirming that. And more to come. I'm fairly close on landing a couple of other interviews in the near future. Hey Ferret, welcome in. How you doing? How's it going? Ferret says, good evening, Davey. What kind of sandwich are you having tonight? As of the moment, I'm having a burnt tire sandwich. It hasn't been good. But I did have a really good breakfast sandwich earlier in the day. I had I think it was a bacon croissant sandwich. It was great. That was a really good breakfast. How about yourself? What kind of sandwich are you having tonight, Ferret? King says, but beans and Modelo. Burnt tire sandwich. Oh yeah, it's the worst, Ferret. It's the worst. It's the worst. We've had a really wild night. We were starting up a pretty chill time, just, you know, a little intimate crowd. And then Carmela raided in with 168 people. I think it was. Maybe it was 172. Wild and crazy. But our good friends Carmela and Aubryn and Hannah were all on stream today. It was great. It was great to see them there. And yeah, so I'm extremely honored to get everybody from that channel over here. And now we're hanging out. We're talking about TwitchCon. We're previewing what's to come. Burnt tire being boozled. Jafar says, is it a Firestone or a Pirelli sandwich? Interesting. Interesting. Hold on, folks. I think we're gonna do something here. Okay. Getting ahead of this situation. No, none of that. I don't know if these fellows are gonna count, but all right. Okay. So let's keep tracking for a little bit. In the meanwhile, if you have any emotes you'd like to contribute. Alright, I think I've had enough of this. Yeah, I saw it was coming. I saw it coming. So, so no Velveeta for you. No Velveeta for you! Yeah, big time mod love. Thank you, King, for helping diffuse that situation. And now let us reinstate our regular chat. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming. There we go. Oh, hang on, we got one. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, King. You're quick with it. You're quick to the trigger tonight. I love it. I love it. Phenomenal accuracy, my friend. I appreciate you. King, can I get a redeem for you for all this? Like, please pick any of them. We still gotta do starting lineup for Charlie, although Charlie just left too, so I think I need to refund Charlie the points, so I'm gonna refund Charlie's points. So I'm gonna do that right now. Yeah, big time mod love right now, friends. Thank you so much. Okay, hold on a sec. Gotta look at this queue, because Charlie had to leave early because of the... So let me see... Yeah, I'm gonna go refund the points to Charlie. So let's do that. We're good there. King is Q Pro. Oh, absolutely, Staggy, absolutely. How are you doing, by the way? Big time shout to our friend Staggy Music. Ferret says, I'm having some homemade egg salad on a sandwich, Davey. Ooh. Oh, you're speaking right to my heart. Egg salad is a great sandwich. That's fantastic. Enjoy. Do you put paprika on your egg salad sandwich, Ferret? Like, egg salad is great. I like it with the paprika though. The paprika adds another touch to it, which I really enjoy. But they taste good either way. Yeah, fair. It's simple but very tasty. Yes, yes. Yeah. That's terrific. Enjoy. Crickster says, Firestone is the only tire for a burnt tire sandwich. Firestone. I like that a lot, Crickster. That's clever. Ferret says I use canned pepper instead of paprika. Ah, that's even better. Yeah, canned pepper's a good call. Yeah, that would definitely step it up. Ferret, that's pretty sweet, actually. It's really great. Oh, you're right about that, C-Dub. Thank you for mentioning that. C-Dub says, hey, Davey, I just heard from Joyce Lee that she's performing at the One Shot Energy booth on Saturday at 1 p.m. if you feel like promoting that too. Absolutely. Shout out Joyce Lee's channel, Joyce Lee Music. So Joyce Lee's gonna do a set at the One Shot Energy booth inside the convention, on the convention floor, folks. And so that will be Saturday at 1 p.m. And be there if you are there. It should be really cool. Like Joyce is good people. We're good friends. She's good friends with all of us, honestly. But what a talent! Check out our friend Joyce over at the One Shot Energy booth at TwitchCon on Saturday as well. Oh, thank you, King, for that. Ferret said, I found that out by accident, or rather, my mom did. Oh no! But I mean, if your mom, well, I guess your mom. Maybe if your mom wasn't prepared for that, I can imagine that. Yeah. That would be tough. It would be hard to be prepared for that if you're expecting paprika. But it does taste pretty good, though. So there is that. Rothgar says, I occasionally put the seasoned salt I use in steaks on scrambled eggs if I'm feeling fancy. That has potential, too. I think what I would do is I would do that, but I would also add extra pepper to that. I think that would make it perfect. But yeah, that's pretty good. That would make things really fancy. Yeah. Crickster says, best egg salad I've ever had was from Jewish Bubbas. It is illegal to say no to a Jewish grandmother handing you food. Fair, absolutely. Can't beat it. Good stuff. Oh, grandma. Okay, so just for grandma. Nice. Jewish Bubbas. Dig it. I take that, Crickster. Barrett says, but after the accidental cayenne pepper incident, it was a permanent ingredient. What a happy accident. That's so cool, Ferret. I love that. Oh no, but I didn't finish out my question. So like the one thing that I'm gonna get to do for the first time that you have done before, at least to my knowledge, or you might have done before. I can speculate. And Rothgar says, the thing that I've never worked up the courage to try is making egg salad out of pickled eggs to see what it tastes like. That's gonna be kind of nuts. I've never even eaten a pickled egg. I wonder what that would be like. Could that be good? I don't know. Well, anyway, the answer to the question was just, I'm gonna meet a streamer for the first time that you've met before. So I'm very excited about that. It should be really fun. Yeah, Rothgar says, I feel like it could be good or very bad. It is amazing how much range there is in that. It could be spectacularly bad, or it could be pretty good. Like, there's such a wide margin involved in that. Pickling food is a very, very particular process, and certain things you can pickle and they are fantastic. Certain things you can pickle and they're absolutely awful. So to utilize such a thing as a pickled egg for an egg salad, it's anyone's guess what that's going to taste like. I mean, I think a best case scenario from a palate perspective would be it would taste like eggs with like pickle flavoring in them. That wouldn't be too bad, but I'm not sure, and I don't think any of us could be. And Rothgar, you hit it on the nose. That is that's our friend Alana. I'm very excited to meet Alana for the first time, and it should be fun. I look forward to it. Like, we've known Alana forever. and Atlanta's just had such a wizardry of Ableton, so it should be really great to meet not just her, but like a lot of people from north of the border. Prexter says, would be a very vinegary based egg salad when we are used to creamy. Yeah, I don't know if that's good. I don't think it is. I don't think that's good. That's just kind of nuts. I'm not even sure how to speculate that. Rothgar says, don't forget to ask for a goose pin. Oh, that's a good call. Thank you. Thank you for mentioning that. Do not forget to ask for a goose pin. It's hugely important. Hugely important. And knowing that, you know, every time I redeem a subscription to Atlanta's channel, we get a little geese in the bowl. Like, it's a phenomenal call. E-Flat says, oh, Atlanta, I thought for a second you were heading to Atlanta. That could be happening too, but maybe not right away. But at some point, I think it would be. It'd be fun. There's a lot going on in Atlanta, actually. It's a fun spot for music and movies and so on. Lots of stuff going on. Javar says, I learned some of my Ableton looping skills from a video Atlanta did on it. See, Javar, that's perfect. I've seen some of these videos. They are really, really good. Like, Atlanta does such a great job, like, breaking that stuff down. Ferret says, eggs, cayenne pepper, mustard, mayo, and Worcestershire sauce. Oh my gosh, Ferret, can you send me a sandwich? That sounds fantastic. Big time props to you for making that. That's a great recipe. Pickled egg would be good in potato salad, though. It would seem that way, right? Seems that way. But Ferret, that's a great recipe. Big time great recipe. So yeah, shout out to Atlanta. I believe I have an Atlanta command. So let me go throw this in here. And you can use it anytime going forward too. Yeah, I even mentioned Ableton in Look at that. Look at that. And I didn't even realize I updated the location too. Good for me. I didn't even remember actually doing that. So that's I'm like, it was like long enough ago I don't even remember actually doing that, but I'm glad I did because that saved me a step. Rothgar says, the first time I've seen her live twice. The first time was the only person in the audience at a show. Oh, you were the only one there. Aw. At a restaurant. They put her in the overflow room, but it was a slow night, so I was the only person there. I was so glad I went that night. That's so nice of you to support. You know, that had to have warmed her heart at the time, too. 'Cause it's like, that you can only imagine what it's like to go through the effort of putting on a show and then, like, no one's in the room. It's strange. Like, so to have someone there, and certainly someone that's supported the channel as long as you have, like, that's super cool. That's super cool. Crexter says, I still need you to go to the sandwich place out here that closes early. I would go, but it keeps closing all the time. I'm just kidding. It looks amazing. I definitely want to do that. Rothgar says, it was also not exactly a close show to me. I drove for about 10 hours to get oh my gosh, really? Was there anything to do in the vicinity? Like, for example, like, were there other, like, landmarks or other things to do in the area? Wow, Rothgar, that's a heck of a that's a legendary commitment, my friend. So that's big time props to you. Crexter says, we need you to have a day off when I have a day off when they are open. That's a lot of Venn diagram. Restaurant open, day off, and then like time, like before they close. So like that's like 4 circles. Like that's a lot of circles. Like, but you know, it's happened before. I would not give up hope on it. I think we can make it work. Yeah. Rothgar says, not much. I left in the morning, got there about an hour before the show, found a motel, got a room, went to the show, drove home the next day. Oh, right on, right on. Well, if there's not much to do around there, I guess imagine it wasn't much enough to do for them either. So, but that's really cool. Like, honestly, like, I have made long trips to do things before. I don't remember the last time I mean, I've done this. I've definitely done this before. And honestly, when it comes to like things that you don't get an opportunity to do a lot, and seeing someone that you know from media or from YouTube or Twitch or what have you, I honestly can find that to be worth it for sure. What's really interesting is that one of the biggest acts on Twitch, Palacine, I'm not even at the entire band, but I think Addie is going to be there. So the lead singer for Palacine, Addie, is going to be at a show in my hometown in early October. I can't go because I've got another commitment, but that's kind of interesting to think about. Like, you can have people even in, like, literally in your backyard, like where you grew up. Like, that's like kind of neat. It's kind of nuts. Like, you can think, what a small world, right? Like, to think that you can have people that you follow that are way on the other side of the world, and then they just have them like right in your neighborhood. That's, or right where you grew up anyway. I don't live there right now, but you know, I did for a long time. So yeah, Crickster says it is worth it, and they make fresh pasta. I don't think that would be worth it, but and the cool thing of that area, Crickster, there's a lot more to do there for sure, because it's kind of in the neighborhood of where Piano is, and there's other stuff too. There's like the Ontario Rain, you know, it's kind of close, you know, so there's actually a decent amount of activities that one can do in a day out in that part of the area. So Rothgar says, I kind of wish I stopped in for a picture with the giant loony, as that would have been maybe an hour out of my way, but I didn't think of it at the time. Oh, okay, well, you know, something to look forward to the next time out, if that were to happen again. It's actually kind of interesting to note, like, when the Atlanta tour goes back east, will it be in your path at all? Rothgar, that's an interesting query. And if it is, like, that might be fun to jump on. They're going to be at Open Folk next Wednesday next week. So Atlanta, I think Atlanta and Dan Young are going to be there. So that's definitely a solid, very strong lean towards yes, I'm going to that. And that was the segue to the Star Wars Bar Meetup Part 2, which I was pondering and putting together. We'll see if it plays out though. I'm pretty much just gonna put an Instagram post like, I'm gonna be here from 6 to 8. Do you want to come out and have drinks with me too? Like, come on down. That's it. It's not complex. Like, there's nothing to it. Hey, Smarticus, welcome in. It's great to see you, my friend. How's it going? Smarticus says, Atlanta was originally slated to be less than an hour for me, but the venue never got back to her. I was devastated. Oh, no. Oh, that's awful. Does the venue have any idea, like, who Atlanta is? Like, that's disappointing. I think they completely underestimated the situation. Ugh, hate to see that. I'm sorry about that, Smarticus. Oh, she's played there before, too. Oh, that is worse. Yeah, Smarticus says that's what made it worse. That just makes no sense then. What in the world? Rothgar says, I did get a picture of the giant toonie on my way to see a different Twitch streamer who was playing a show close to that. Okay. So that's good news. Like, I'm glad you got to see it on another occasion. King says, that is nonsensical. Yeah, I agree. It really is. Like, I don't know what's going on there. That's strange. Ferret says, I would think it would be sandwiches instead of drinks with you, Davey. Yeah, sandwiches too, of course. I'm happy to report the Scum, Villainy, and Scum and Villainy Cantina in the heart of Hollywood does in fact include sandwiches and some good ones. Like, I was looking at the menu yesterday. Pretty good. Like, this is a solid menu of food, solid menu of drinks. Like, it's a fun place. Let's see. None of our other East Coast spots are remotely near me, so I don't get the chance. Ah, Smarticus. I'm so sorry. Ugh. That's gotta be so frustrating. Oh my goodness. Gosh. I am so sorry, my friend. Oh yeah, that's right. We should shout to our friend Smarticus as well. Give our friend a follow, which I intend to do as well, in case I'm not already. Let me just go ahead and take care of that. Oh yeah, for real. Good deal. But and then Smarticus adds, and I'm kicking myself because my town does a huge music thing in the fall. I could have gotten her in it if I had thought of it months ago. Wow. Yeah, and I know Atlanta knows you well because I've seen you at her channel a lot. So I do think that could have worked out. But you know, if it happens again, there'll be another opportunity, Smarticus. So let's see. Rothgar says, that was the reason why I did a big drive to see her show. She was supposed to play a show close to me, but could not find a venue, so instead I did a big drive to see her live. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's the thing. I think it's just kind of something that's important to never take for granted when there is a live show in your area of someone that you really enjoy, because it's not a given that there can be venues for people, even like ones as accomplished as Atlanta, or even ones as accomplished as like Raquel Lilly and people like that. Like, it's just like, you just don't know. Like, you don't know what's out there, what the scene is, who's there, who's booked, what time of year it is, you know, stuff like that. What are the logistics? What's the weather? So it's like, I think a lot of us will try to jump on these opportunities, and I think you might think, well, you know, driving a few hours to go see this might seem silly, but for me, I don't think it is, because there is no way to know when you'll get another shot. You know, and that's a big thing about it. Like, I've tried to think about who. There are a couple of acts that had retired recently, which, like, damn it, I could have gone see them, and it's like, not being able to is kind of a bummer. Elton John was one, but that was forgivable because the ticket prices are so expensive. Like, look, man, I know he's a legend, but like, it's not $300. Is like, like, it can't be that good. But for some people, it could be that good. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it is worth it. But let's see. King says life is short. Buy the damn concert tickets. Yeah, for the most part, yeah, right? Like, I think it's completely right. Ferret says, I'm getting to meet my favorite streamer next year when I get to go to France. Do you think that is too far out of the way? Not at all. Oh my gosh. You get to go to France? I don't think that's too far away. I think because you get to do an entire French vacation out of it. Like, I think that's amazing, Ferret. I don't think that's too bad at all. As long as you don't just go for a day and come back, then that's kind of weird. But then it's kind of ridiculous. But no, even then, I don't even think it's ridiculous in that situation. You know why? Because you get to meet someone you really like, and it's an electric time. And if you're there just for a couple days, I still think it could be worth it. And even in a couple days, you can do a lot, especially in Paris. So yeah. So Ferret, I really hope your trip goes great. I mean, it's a terrific idea. It must be, that's gotta be so exciting. I think you can find deals too, you know? Rothgar says, I drove 12 hours just to make a joke a couple weeks ago. Totally worth it. That is so on brand. I appreciate you even more for the commitment of that, Rothgar. That is I respect you so much for that. That's pretty good. That's pretty funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and let's see. E-Flat says, wow, that was more than I paid to see McCartney. Was that his farewell tour? They probably jacked up the prices because it was announced it was his last run. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that was right too. I don't think I made that number up. I'm pretty sure I remember it being quite a bit. I think the most that I paid for a concert ticket was maybe like 150, maybe 175. But they were really good seats. I didn't have a huge problem with that. But once you get past 200, it's like, you know, you really start to think about it, you know? I feel like if you're gonna get to that neighborhood, it should be someone in their prime. So Olivia Rodrigo, $200. Like, yeah, I think you could do that. You know. Bruno Mars, $200. If it's in the pit or if it's in like the floor, then yeah, I think it's worth it. After that, I'm much more stingy about it. Like, this better be $50. Actually, $100 seems fair. Like, when I saw Blink 182 with LG and Pasta at Petco Park, I think it was about 100, like 130. And it's like totally worth it. That was a great concert. Like, those guys are legends. Like, that was totally worth it. That was a big bill. It was 3 big shows in one night. It was super cool. Also, Aoife, you went to see Paul McCartney? Holy crap. Like, that's fantastic. That's something I've never been able to do either. How was that show? How did he do? Was he killing all the songs? I hope so. Ferret says, I had a friend that went to Spain for one night to see Taylor Swift. I think that's kind of fair with Taylor Swift because it's hard to find a ticket for a concert. So I guess maybe there's something to that too. Ferret says she lives in North Carolina. Ferret says, I'm going to Scotland and England too. Oh my gosh, that's even better. Ferret, so you're going to have a whole European vacation and then that'll be part of it? That's totally worth it. That's totally worth it. I hope that your streamer friend is just as excited to meet you as you are them, because that's fantastic. Just seems like a really fun vacation. Let's see. E-Flat says, what's the best concert you've attended? Yeah, what a question. I'm trying to remember. I don't have a single favorite. The Blink-182 concert is pretty close though. It was great. They were really good. I still go back to the Train concert, like Train, The Script, Gavin DeGraw, and then like one other act. Like, they were all on the same bill. I had a really good time with that show. It's not like the name that everybody thinks of as like a huge, it's not like Train is not on the same level as like Maroon 5 or NSYNC and bands like that, but the Train have had a very, very good career. They have many, many, many hits. In fact, probably some you didn't even realize were like on the radio. Like, you didn't even realize it was them. They've had a great career. It's been a really, really good ride. And I did that concert like about a dozen years ago. It was a very, very good show. Riveting to the end. And the encores are great too. It was a really good show. Rothgar says, I found a town that had the same name as a friend of mine, not a common name. I drove 12 hours to get a picture of me in front of the post office. Then when I saw them next, I told them that I found their post office, showed them the picture. It was about 1,000 kilometers of driving in one day. Oh my goodness, Rothgar. Totally worth it. Assume they were a fan. Oh. Oh, that's just hysterical. But, it's kind of cool. You get to, what's kind of cool about a trip like that? You get to really see the sights, And you don't have the traffic that we have over here in California. So I imagine the driving was very comfortable. So, that's pretty... You know what? It's a fun memory, right? Like, it's a fun memory. You can totally hang on to that forever. And then, one thing I love about trips that long is you find out about places to eat and and things to do along the way without really looking for them. Like, you just run into them. Oh, I'm hungry. I need to find something. And then you find like one of the best diners. You find one of the best breakfast places, or you find one of the best donut shops. It's inevitable. Like, you'll find really cool things like that when you're down that way. It's so much fun. Let's see. Ferret says, I'm meeting friends in England and Scotland that I have gamed with for 16 years. Oh, super cool, Ferret! What a thrill. What a thrill. You built such great relationships doing, playing games online and being on communities online, right? Like, you get to know people really well. I'm really looking forward. I'm really happy for you, Ferret. I hope that trip goes great. E-Flat says, Paul did great. This was in 2019. He would introduce every song with a story. His banter with the crowd was so funny because he talked to a stadium full of thousands of people as if it was a tea party in the backyard. That's impressive. And Paul is so good at that, you know, he's good at telling stories, working the crowd. Give it up for Sir Paul, that's great. Ferret says, Train is better than Maroon 5 in my opinion. Change my mind. I will not. Train is a solid band. That is a solid... I do like Maroon 5. Maroon 5 has some jams, some great bangers, right? You know? But I think Train's got a more well-rounded career. Like, I think they've been more consistently good for longer. That's the difference. Like, Maroon 5 had a really good start, had some great hits, and then it just kind of fell off, and it just kind of got derivative after a while. And, but Train seems to have been more consistently good for longer periods of time. And particularly live. They're really, really good live. I think they're significantly better than Maroon 5 live. That I would certainly stand by. So, yeah, I would agree with that. I'm not sure if everyone would, but I certainly would. Crickster says, I have two. Melissa Etheridge and Alanis. Oh, two great calls. And what's interesting is that both of them are still doing really well in concert today, particularly Alanis. Like, we've seen people go to Alanis Morissette concerts in the last 2 years, and she's every bit as good. She sings every bit as well as she did 30 years ago. And that's an impressive run. You know, so many artists would have to, like, you know, turn down their songs a few keys just so that it can fit their voice better in later years. Or they might hold back, they may not go for it, they may not belt. Alanis brings everything and still can hit all the notes. It's amazing. It's amazing. E-Flat says, I've never seen somebody so relaxed in front of a crowd like Paul was. Yeah, that's amazing. But I will say, I mean, I guess, but it's fair to say that if anyone's going to be able to do that, Paul McCartney of the Beatles would definitely be that one. Because if you can remember, like in the 60s, just how manically crazy fans were for the Beatles, just constant screaming for solid 2 hours in like stadiums about the size of the one you were in, Ryan. Like, he's definitely had the experience of that. So if he's gotten through that, I'm sure everything else would probably seem easy to him. And so that's kind of cool that you can do that. Like, it's not a given that you can. Like, shit. I was kind of starting to get nervous even with 172 people in here. So 20,000 and 50,000 definitely would be another dimension. Christopher says, yeah, the anxiety of driving over 10 miles from my home is real. And then 15 miles takes 45 minutes. I gotcha, Christopher. Right on. But yeah, Christopher, you're really blessed to see both Melissa Etheridge and Alanis live. Like, what iconic performers both of them are. Carlo, welcome in. Give a good shout out to the stream scribe. I've got a bean for you, Carlo, because I owed it to you for the resub of last week. So let me. Oh god, not another one. Oh, that's all right. Fair is fair. Carlo, I got this for you. I'm still catching up on chat, so I'll be there. But shout out to our good friend Rothgar says the driving was great, only about 1.5 kilometers before the turnoff from the highway, as there was an accident that had traffic stopped. It took me 2 hours to get the last kilometer to get to my turn. That's an LA moment, Rothgar. Oh no. Oh man, it's tough because there's no way out, you know? Like, there's no alternative. You can't get another lane. There's no shoulder. You're kind of stuck. So, oh man, I feel your pain there. Parrot says, I wish I could pack you in my carry-on bag, Davey, and take you with me. Oh man, I wish I could do it. I wish I could go. I wish I could go as well. Parrot, if I were small enough, I would gladly take your invitation. That's so cool. But I do hope you have a really good time, Parrot. Like, I'm so glad for you. So yeah, shout out to the stream scribe. It's nice to see you, Carlo. I hope you're doing well. I do hope one of these days we can see you at a TwitchCon, because I think you would be beloved. Between all of your close friends on, like all of us, for example, and on all the people who just know you because of music and seeing you involved on so many channels and seeing you do art for so many people, like, you would be loved for sure. People will be absolutely thrilled to meet you. I would be one of them, of course. Anyway, for you, Carlo, this bean is the third of a black licorice burnt tire flavor tonight. Let's see which one it is. Oh, God. This is not... We're not getting along. These flavors are not getting along with... This is... Alright. We are not off to a good start with this new flavor. Oh, my God. I don't even want to know what wet dog is, like Crickster was saying. Like, I don't know. Oh. So where are we at here? That might even have been the licorice. I don't know. Where are we at? Ferret says Adam Levine happened is why I do not like Maroon 5. That's a completely fair comment there, Ferret. Adam Levine is a lot, you know? A little too much, actually. Ferret says, my favorite show I have been to is James Taylor. I cried the whole time. Oh, that makes sense. James Taylor is such a great songwriter. What an incredible, like, it's amazing singer-songwriter, right? Yeah, James Taylor is another legend, yeah. That's awesome, Ferret. Stream Stripe says, turn down for what? So good to see you. Chris just says, I really think motherhood made her voice better. Wow, really? Wait, are we talking about Alanis? Love it. Love it. Yeah, Ferret Stream Scribe is here. I love it. And Carlos says, Alanis will hit every note forever. There's a reason she was cast as God in Dogma. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Oh, make her plays. Let's give it up. Bump it up. Absolutely. Absolutely, Mark. Great to see you. Rutgers is more tired. Oh, yeah. More tired for sure. Yeah, good call on that too, Carlo. I'm just catching up to all the reactions to the tire being... Oh, no good. That quote is already like really... Is that already growing on me? I'm not about these new beans. I don't want to eat tire. I feel like that needs to be a clip too. I'll get to that after stream. E-Flat says, my mom loves James Taylor. I'm also a fan of him. Yeah, me too. James Taylor is fantastic. What a long career. So many great tunes. Chris just says 3 in a row. Womp womp. I know. Oh, this is going to be loads of entertainment for TwitchCon people. Oh, I'll be bringing this with me on the trip. Rothgar says, did they have a problem in the packaging department and put... Rothgar says, did they have a problem in the packaging department and put only tire beans in that container? Yeah, that's a great question. It sure feels, so far it seems that way, but I did see some other beans in here as I was looking down the barrel. So I think there will be a different bean at some point. What a weird way to start though. Like, it's just like three of those in a row to start. My goodness. Let's see. Ferret says, I never in a million years thought I would get to see James Taylor. That is why I cried. Oh, I love that. I love that for you. Carlo says, I have no doubt it would be good for everyone, and if I had it in me, I would. But I've addressed the question at length, and for me, the risk of incoming faces and handshakes and hugs with zero clue who they were as they were approaching would force too much squirrely brain work to process in real time that I most assuredly would experience a massive pile-on panic. Oh, I gotcha. I'd be utterly emotionally exhausted after that happened a handful of times, unfortunately. Yeah, that's true. I mean, and this is a really interesting point because for a lot of people that you're going to meet at TwitchCon, they're going to be people you've only seen in chat, so you don't even know what their face looks like, or how tall they are, or who they are, how big they are, how small they are, you know, things like that, or what their voice sounds like. So there's a lot of guessing involved in that. And then you see their, you know, they see their lanyard and it has their name on it, and that helps a lot. But But I totally understand your point. Yeah. No, I understand. Like, it sounds like what we should do then is we should bring the convention to Carlo Land. Yeah. To Scribe Land. Scribe Town. We'll do CarloCon. Yeah. That sounds good. I'll be situating some jalapeno poppers for the occasion. And the best sandwiches, of course. But Rothgar says, I got to see the Arrogant Worms live. Oh, that's a pretty fun band. That's pretty cool, Rothgar. Yeah. And they're even better in person. Super cool. Mark says, turn down for what? Turn down for what? Jeff! Oh my goodness, what's good? You're in San Diego! Let's go! Let's go! Jeff, welcome in. It's so good to see you. Let me get another bean in for you, since you've got a TwitchCon band. I cannot wait to meet you, Jeff. Your art wizardry, incredible. It's so nice to see you, my friend. You know, the idea of making GIFs, it makes me so happy. And I think that actually is a thing. I think you do make GIFs too, Jeff. Maybe that's why your name is Jeff? Or it could be the peanut butter, I don't know. But, you know, nice to see you, Jeff. Welcome in. I cannot wait to meet you, Jeff. I'm so... And Dara, too. Like, I was talking to Dara, like, last night. Let's see. So yeah, this bean for Jeff. Thank you so much for popping in. We're doing beans for folks with the TwitchCon San Diego badge tonight. So for you, Jeff, this is not a licorice bean or a burnt tire. I'm very happy, but it is vomit or peach, so we'll see. Oh. I had to run a good beans at the beginning of this, and it just all come back. Oh God. Oh, that is rough. Wait, hold on. Hold up. Hold everything. This might actually be a new flavor. Actually, I think it's peach. Oops. My instincts have taken over here. I think that's actually good. But Jeff, how do you like it in San Diego so far? What do you think of the food? What do you think of the town? What do you think of the scenery? What do you think of the ocean? Like, how do you like it? So Carlos says, I don't have social anxiety, or I couldn't have done weddings and events for a living. But with everyone knowing me and wanting to interact with me and not knowing at a glance who was approaching me, I would not be able to handle it and be myself. That is why I do plan mini-cons when I come through cities. I don't know who might be coming. It puts me at ease, but with that volume of people recognizing, I could manage it in a way that anyone would like, including me. Respect, my friend. Yeah, I understand. Like, it would be a lot, you know? Just to think of, like, so many people you've never met before running up to you like that. Like, I totally get it. I totally get it. So, but I appreciate you mentioning that. Like, but either way, like, I am determined to make us meeting a thing, and I think we can do it. Because I've had reasons to go to Central New York at times too. Like, I feel like there's definitely, I have more than one friend there. Actually, I have at least 3, probably more than that even. Because I think Fab Francine's part of that too, right? Not sure, but so yeah, I mean, definitely reasons to go. Yeah, Crickster says the show I cried most had to be Wicked. The show that makes me cry, but seeing a girl I babysat who grew up... Oh, yeah. The show makes me cry, but seeing a girl who I babysat grew up in the theater named after my grandfather, also where I met Putty Land, as Alphaba was amazing. I cried the entire show. As you should. As you should. That's an amazing story, Crickster, folks. If you missed it, like, Crickster was a babysitter for a gal who eventually ended up playing the role of Alphaba in Wicked, which is really, really cool. That's really cool. It was not Idina Menzel, right? Or was it? See, this is the untold part of the story. It was Idina Menzel the whole time. Oh my gosh. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm assuming it's someone else. But King says, I want ScribeCon. I want ScribeCon too. Let's make it. Let's do ScribeCon. We'll bring the con to you, my friend. Yeah. Efat says, I would probably involuntarily scream Carlo if I saw you, so I get that. Yeah, for sure, right, Efat? Like, I totally understand where you were coming from on that too, Carlo. Yeah. Grexus says, come on, Wet Dog. That Wet Dog is probably going to happen sooner rather than later. I just need to see what color this is gonna be. Oh my gosh. Top banana? Is this good flavor? Oh my goodness. This is the troll on top of the troll, this new set. Let's see. Carlos says, we are coming to Cali next year. Scribe Tour 25 brings Mrs. S and I to Alaska on a cruise, and then we're driving down the coast, heading your way for 10 days. Let's go. If you're driving down the coast, and assuming that the one isn't closed like it usually is, if Route 1 is not closed, this is rare nowadays, but if it isn't closed, I highly advise Carmel, but also Big Sur. Big Sur. Big Sur is gorgeous. If you can even be there for a minute, like, it will change your life. It's really beautiful there. So that's my recommendation as you drive down the coast of California. You'll see much to love. You'll see much to love. Jeff says, that's not the reason for the name, but it's not like I don't make GIFs. Oh, right on, right on. Jeff is so excited to meet you, Davey. Me too, Jeff. We've seen each other on various places on Twitch. Jeff, were you able to get into this? Were you able to join Carmela's stream earlier today, with Auburn and Hannah? Really good stream. King says, had is a past tense verb. Kirk says, peach is disgusting. Bring on the vomit. Kirk says, Emily Cook. Oh, okay, cool, super cool. I'm not that old, sir. Right, for sure. I think when Wicked came out, I was like, I think I was barely in high school at the time. So it was, so yeah, that would definitely not have fit that timeline. Yeah. Rothgar says, time for me to head out. Have a great rest of the stream and a fun time at TwitchCon. Rothgar, absolutely. Thank you so much for stopping by. I will not only tell our people, the Subtract-a-Cat people, the Sandwicher people, you know, all our peoples, that you said hello. I'm going to let Atlanta know you said hello too. And I will ask for a geese, or for a goose as well, as I should. That's a good reminder, Rothgar. So take care, my good friend. It's great to see you again. I hope you have a good weekend as well. And I'm excited to hear future kart road trip adventures. Like, you've had some awesome ones so far, Rothgar. So thanks for sharing that too. Let's see. Crex just says the one is essential. It is so printed. Oh, absolutely. If you've got the time, make sure you have the time. Of course, you gotta clear a whole day for it. But it is gorgeous. It's so nice. The 17-mile drive in Carmel is so amazing. I've done it. Yeah, Crex is right. It's a great drive. Great drive. Jeff says I was on the plane during the stream. Oh, you were in the plane? Okay, right on. Crex just says I am younger than you for 10 more days. But then wouldn't you be just a difference of 10 days different, right? Isn't that kind of the idea? Like, all right. Well, I would say savor those 10 days, Grexer. Say savor the 10 days. Savor those 10 days. And happy almost birthday, by the way. Did you think you were gonna get that let long go, but get past this? No. We caught it. My car is a birthday present. That's a great present. Celebrate the anniversary of your birth with an awesome brand new car. And that new car smell too. Don't forget. That's awesome. But yeah. That's good times. I'm gonna go check on some things. We do have some people on right now, including the wildness on one of the channels that I can't talk about. Wait, let me refresh that. Okay, never mind. I take that back. Wildness is no longer on my following tab radar. That is fine. Okay. Let's see. Raid targets 1 and 2 are neither are representing at the moment, but I have some ideas. Okay. Let's give this another look. You know, I think that's a pretty solid call anyway. You know? It doesn't fit the original idea, but I think this would actually be really cool. I might actually do it. King says still waiting for that free roast. Oh, I didn't catch it. I'm sorry. That's right. I did offer you a free redeem. Let's do it. King, free roast for King. Let's do it. Oh, King, you are so much fun that a fire couldn't hold a candle to you. Boom, roasted. That's the roast. Hey, green guy, what's going on? Oh, we got another bean. I hope you've got some ointment to treat those burns, King. That was savage. I'm sorry. I do appreciate the redeem though, and I do appreciate what you did, with the You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do one more thing for you, King, because again, you did all of us a solid tonight. Is that a green bean? Ha 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 ha. No, it's not a green. No, this particular one is not a green bean. This is a pomegranate or a green for green guy, right? Yeah, green guy. We're gonna now we're on track to catch up tomorrow. Actually, I mean, we have some stuff planned that we'll be doing together. Green guy, safe travels as you head on down. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah. Oh yeah, me too. Oh yeah, let's go. We're gonna pick up badges. We're all gonna pick up badges. Two of us will catch up with my homo. And things are happening. Things are happening. Things which could include the Cheesecake Factory, which is pretty cool. So here we go. We got a pickle bean too. All right. Pickle bean on the way. You're welcome. You're a green guy, absolutely. It is a green bean now. Well played. It is indeed. Green bean. For King Dambreaker. Picture says good call, King. Absolutely. Excellent timing. Okay. I think my palate's just shocked from everything else. It's trying to compute this flavor. Even though it's good, like it's just like, what the hell is happening? Like, as I said before, I do this to myself. This is completely avoidable, and I didn't do it. Oh my lord. Cheesecake Factory. Okay, fine. I'll go to TwitchCon to stream scribe. I mean, I'll do some shady shiz for Buffalo Blast and cheeseburger spring rolls. They make a fat man happy. Carlo, it would totally be worth it though. And the cool thing with the if you were to go to the Cheesecake Factory specifically, most of the people there will be people that you're already familiar with. So we'll be much more careful and try not. We'll be very careful not to overwhelm. And we'll be glad. And yeah, I mean, you can't beat the food. Can't beat the food. So the bean this is for green guy. This is going to be pomegranate or dirty bandage. Okay, pomegranate. Nice. Okay, we salvaged that. That was something else. That was a run. Okay. What's our uptime? 2 hours. I think it's about right. I don't feel like I need to go too much longer. I kind of want to do this raid. Yeah, you know what? Let's ride this chat some more, and we'll do the raid. So basically, when the momentum starts to die down, then we can go ahead and do our raid. So let's keep chatting for now. I just need some more water. Carlos says, I'm not that bad. LOL. It's not the people. It's the unknowns and being polite and unbewildered outside in the heat, sweating and being me at the same time. LOL. No, that's fair. I understand. For sure. Pickled pomegranate. You know, is that a future stream? Ferrets had the idea of pickled egg. Or is it Ferret or is it Crixer or both, maybe? Pickled egg salad sandwich. It's like, you know, You can do it. You can find pickled eggs everywhere. It's like, what if we just tried it one day? Would the cayenne pepper help? I don't think so, but... But if it did, good on it. Oh, that was Rothgar's idea. Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, I love that so much. I want to make sure that Rothgar can make that stream if we do that. We'll make time for Rothgar. Like, that's just... I mean, we could even do it next JevCon. Oh, now we're just. I'm not even drinking that much tonight. Why? I'm so loopy. Hey, Rahoma, how's it going? Why do you people hate normal food? Why do you people hate normal food? I mean, hello. That's fair. Rahoma, thank you so much for coming by. I got a bean for you. I'm gonna give you a choice. Do you want to try the known or the unknown? The known is dead fish or strawberry banana smoothie. The unknown is the mayo pie stream. Oh, well, I guess that answers that question. Mayo pie stream in San Diego. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord. Oh, by the way, thank you so much for your 38-month resub, Rahomo. So nice to have your support. Mayo pie stream in San Diego. Holy crap. Ooh. You know, would you really? I might take you up on it if that's true. But I don't want that shit in my kitchen. That's fair. That's fair. How many people do you think we could convince to eat the mayo pie if you brought one to one of our TwitchCon meetups? Like the karaoke, for example? Like, do you think we could convince more than one person? Because I'll do it just because I feel like I need to for posterity. But do you think we could convince at least one more person in our group to do it? Crixus says, ah, too much copper? Potentially. Rahomo says this question is moot. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. Mark says at TC Rotterdam, I saw people asking others to sign their jar of mayo so. Whoa. I would love to see pictures of that. Crixter says, I would take a bite if I was going. Crixter, you are a trooper. I salute you. I do. I do think a mayo pie RL stream would be pretty hilarious, so not gonna lie. Seems like a really fun idea. But yeah, great to see you, Rahoma. It's nice to have you. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow, and all the Cheesecake Factory and escape rooms that come with it. So I'm actually gonna do 2 beans because you have one for the resub and one for the badge. So here they are. We're gonna do the known first, the old style bean. Dead fish strawberry banana smoothie. See which one it is. Hey, it's a good one! Strawberry banana smoothie! That was so good. Okay. Right. Ah, oh, damn it! That's a fantastic move. Nothing gets by Rahomo. Okay. Get another one. So, 2 more beans. We've added an additional licorice / burnt tire bean. Wet dog or you riot? I feel like it's only a matter of time. Kickstir, we'll see. This bean. It's been a lot. Let's go see. Okay, we got the licorice tonight. Let's go. You know, black licorice isn't my favorite, but it's not bad. I'll take it over the tire. Yeah, I can roll with this. Romo says, what is this crap? Crick just says, I feel like that black licorice is taking over that container. It's like that toothpaste run we had. Remember that we had like 7 toothpastes in a row? It's really close to that. This one is another. It's the same combination. We'll see which one it is this time. Jeff says, but is licorice really winning? Exactly. Like, it's not really winning. I was saying at the beginning of this run, I'm like, it's like the antithesis of the toothpaste being like both flavors are bad. But compared to the tire, this is certainly a big step up. Okay. Oh god, it's so bad. Oh. Rob's just friggin' finally. So yeah, shout out to our friend Rahoma. Good to see you, my friend. God, this is so bad. King says, want to talk about it, champ? Absolutely, King. I had several of the same flavor in a row, and most of them were the burnt tire flavor, and they taste even worse than you could expect. King says, shouts at Rohomo for whatever reason. Understandable. So, Jeff, what is it like to be in our time zone? Like, how does it feel? Like, I know that you've been on the other side of the pond for as long as you've been, and you've been watching folks like Carmela who've been on this side of on this time zone here in Los Angeles, right? And it's like, what does it feel like? Does it seem odd to be watching like this at this time, and then it's like not like, and you're not chasing sleep, for example, Well, you might be anyway, because like the flight might have been long or whatever. But hey, Dallas Arlo, what's going on? Can we give a shout to Dallas Arlo Music? What is good, my friend? Dallas, I didn't get a chance to talk about this last time I saw you, but your collab with EBX Aaron was fantastic. It was really great. Like, I that was lovely. Like, it was really cool to see you both catching up and chatting, talking about all sorts of fun things. And the songs you both played were great. Like, so fun. Yeah. I hope there's a VOD, and if there's not, that's fine. But if you do get to follow, make sure to follow Dallas Arlo Music and check the channel to see if there is a VOD of that collab with EBX Aaron. It was a really fun show. Dallas says, her and I really hit it off. Oh, for sure. I mean, I imagine Aaron makes that easy, because Aaron is such a friendly, really fun to talk to individual, really talented too, of course. But yeah, Dallas, I was great to see that. Yeah, I'm so happy you both hit it off too. Like, I love the mutual respect you both have for one another. Like, it's really cool. Jeff says, I've been in Portland since Friday, so I meant to have adjusted, but realistically my brain still thinks it's 3:40 a.m. Yeah, I guess that's understandable. I mean, it takes a while to get into that time zone difference, so I see where you're coming from. Dallas says, there is. I put it on YouTube just to make sure it's archived. Oh, I love it. Yeah, always like the YouTube's like very solid archival utility. We do that here too, so pretty cool. I remember at the time being stunned at like how cold it was in your area, because like where we were, it was like 100 degrees. I'm like, is it possible for it to be less than 100 degrees in the United States? But apparently, yes. Apparently we were the only ones getting the heat wave. It was a wild time for sure. Dallas says, I've always wanted to host a show / podcast, so that was a first try. I've been inspired by your sandwich show too. Oh, thank you, Dallas. It's so nice of you to say. I've heard that comment from time to time, and it really means a lot. Thank you so much, my friend. Like, and doing the sandwich show was basically running off of ideas that inspired me from other places I've seen, other things I've seen in my lifetime too. So it's a labor of love, yeah, for sure. Dallas says it gets pretty cold here. Yeah, that sounds about right though, because I think the Midwest definitely can get very, very cold in the fall and the winter. So that totally makes sense. Yeah. But among other things I noticed on Dallas's show with EBX Aaron is that your expression of love for the Wurlitzer piano was actually pretty cool. The Wurlitzer can be funky, you know. It's a very distinctive instrument, and it's been utilized so many times in big pop hits of many different decades, actually. So so Dallas, like, can you name a Queen song, a big Queen hit that has an opening with a Wurlitzer piano in it? I know of at least one, but there are many songs like that, like from many different people, and so yeah, it was kind of neat to see that exploration. And I think the biggest users of the Wurlitzer were Supertramp, from what I've heard in my lifetime. Dallas says, I don't know what it is about the Wurlitzer, but it just speaks to me. I feel so connected to its sound. I hear you, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, just the doodle on it, like, is so much fun. You know, without even like doing anything specific. A Queen song that uses Wurlitzer. Dallas says, I don't know a Queen song that uses Wurlitzer, but I was first inspired by Ray Charles's Wurlitzer. Oh yeah, yeah, Ray Charles and the Wurlitzer is amazing. That one song, Kinks is my best friend would be one. Yes, that is the one I was thinking of. My best friend is I was actually attempting that a minute ago. Ba, 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 do, do, do. Okay. What was it? Nope. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Yeah. Pretty amazing stuff, and there really are so many songs. There are so many songs that have that have the Wurlitzer in them, and even stuff like relatively modern that has experienced the dulcet tones of the Wurlitzer. It's kind of amazing. Oops, too loud. But yeah, thank you everybody. I'm gonna have to raid out now. I've got a lot to do. I've still got to put all the things together. And I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna be TwitchCon bound tomorrow. I'm very excited. Very excited stuff. Very exciting stuff. Jeff says it's such a great sound. Absolutely. I wish I was better at playing it. I think I'll get better as I go along, but the Supertramp catalog would give me a lot to work with, because Supertramp's music is music I'm pretty familiar with. It's like the one thing I can do with Supertramp is bloody well right, but you know, yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I love that emote. Hey, Rose Joe, good to see you too. Oh, where'd the music go? Oh, there we go. But yeah, I'm glad I got to catch up with you too, E-Flat. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's go! Wait, what do we have here? Unicorn. Right, Nicolas Cage. Unicorn. Is that a sandwich? Unicorn ride? Train? I feel like I'm playing classic concentration right now. Like, what? Okay. Is that... Put the bunny back in the box. Oh! Put the bunny back in the box! Let's go! Not the box! That's so good! That's so good! Oh my goodness. So Jeff, I am very excited to introduce you to our good friend Rahomo tomorrow or whenever we run into each other. I will make it so. But good night for now, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I do appreciate your time being here. Where are we going? Where are we going? Options 1 and 2 are both off the board. I'm hoping there's an option 3 that popped up, which I kind of like. Yeah, I think that's where we're going. Because... but I need to make sure they're still on. Yeah, we are. Got him. So, thank you. Give some big old big old lot love to King Dambreaker tonight. Thank you for doing us a solid this evening. And big thanks to our friends from Carmella for the raid. Holy crap, that was amazing stuff. Thank you so much. I will see all of you from the Carmella crew and Carmella, of course, as well, in just like a day or so. So, y'all have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much. Follow all the people. We're gonna go raid our good friend Scotty Makes Music. I want to thank Scotty so much for the raid last week. And further, I'm curious to see if he was able to learn that one song that we were talking about last week on stream. So let's go raid Scotty Makes Music. Scotty was featured in the Christmas Collab-a-Majig last year with Caressa the Cyborg, someone who we're also going to meet at TwitchCon. And they did an awesome Christmas tune. And Scotty's just a phenomenal musician altogether. So please follow Scotty when we get there. Scotty plays all sorts of cool stuff, specializing in the greatest rock hits of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. It's a phenomenal jam. So y'all take care. I'll see some of you tomorrow. I'll see the rest of you pretty soon, probably on Tuesday. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. We're gonna start the raid. Make sure to follow Scotty Makes Music when we get there. It's a great time. So y'all take care. Be well. Be safe. I'll update you on Discord with all the happenings, and the karaoke party will be recording, and then we'll stream that next week as sort of a watch along situation. So take care, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Y'all are great to me. Big time props to the sandwichers out there. Good night. We'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Thank you again. We'll see you soon. Davey is meeting a GIF. Yes, I'm meeting a GIF and a Rahomo. And so many cool people. And a green guy. Hell yeah, let's go. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.